Good morning, everyone. Studfit here. Welcome to the Mario vs. Luigi tour. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. We're about a day in, and I was looking at all my options for how to use my rubies this week, and I decided to do something a little different. I decided to go into this Mario vs. Luigi Pipe 1. Just to let you know, my life's been a little busy this week. I was in Disney World, just got back last night, and have Friendsgiving here with some about 10 other couples here at our house, and so I have a pretty busy day planned, as well as a couple big meetings here at work. So from my standpoint, I won't be doing the rundown the way that I have for the last couple tours, but I thought I'd give you kind of like a little mini rundown when it comes to these pipes and try to smash the two contents together. I also have had some other people want to see my inventory and kind of see where I am with things. So if you like to stick around at the very end, I will be covering that, but I won't waste your time at the beginning going over that information. I actually will be going in pretty deep into this pipe, and I'll tell you why. When it comes to sorry about that. When it comes to the contents of this pipe, this is a great pipe. Here's why. And obviously, when it comes to a normal pipe, you're looking at about 6 high ends and 100 items. This has 9 high ends. It has 6 spotlights, and then 3 of the drivers, or 3 other high ends, 1 driver, 1 cart, 1 glider to pick from. So from that standpoint, it's a great pipe. I think when it comes to the contents of this pipe, and just to give you, they take actually a couple from the normals. So there's slightly less normals. They don't pull it from the supers, which is good. For those who are looking at the coins per ruby count, this is going to be much better too. If they were to pull it from the supers, obviously that would go down. So here's one of the reasons I wanted to pull on this pipe. Yesterday, I did a free pull, which was really, obviously I have very low expectations for those pulls, and happened to get this snow skimmer. So I said, interesting. I'll just do another YOLO pull, and I'll pull on this pipe and see what I get. And it did doing a 10 pull, and got another snow skimmer and a dry Bowser. And so then I looked at data mining and looked to see what else was out there for the pipes in the 50 pipe this week. And again, my videos, the content I put out, is not necessary for the player who just wants to be surprised and enjoy the game, not really thinking too much about strategy. My goal is really to educate on the meta level strategies in the game. That's why I've partnered with some of the best minds in this game when it comes to Tabor and his spreadsheets, and trying to do as much in the way of understanding double coin frenzy, odds, etc. So from that standpoint, this is a spoiler. This is the 50 pipe. I have all of these at level 6, and so it makes no sense for me to pull into this pipe whatsoever. So from that standpoint, I said, you know what? I'm just going to do a mega pull, and there obviously were a lot of banner options. I didn't have any of the classic Mario or Luigi, so got those. So I have a lot of rubies, and I thought, you know what? I don't have any of these maxed. And specifically, I've mentioned a couple videos before. One of my newer strategies is, let me take an item to 5 with tickets and whatever I possibly can, banners, etc. Let the game take it from 5 to 6. No rush. Things aren't going anywhere. These are going to be items that are going to be, brought back in pipes and banners. So no rush getting something to 6 unless I absolutely need to. And then, because then I'm just getting coins if I get a duplicate. So from that standpoint, Dozer Dasher was the mind-blowing item that helped me come to that realization. And here it is in this pipe. So, from that standpoint, I had 3 tickets. I was thinking about taking it to level 6. I believe it was a Bowser's Castle T or something along those lines a few weeks ago. I said, I'll hold off. And here it is, Dozer Dasher. I would love to take it to 6. That'd be phenomenal. And honestly, that's kind of my biggest goal. All these other items, I'm not afraid to get to higher levels. And, from that standpoint, I do have Builder Mario, which was nice. I've used them occasionally, but not very much. Better Luigi would be great to have as well. I am Team Luigi, so if you're on my team, go Team Luigi. Otherwise, just have fun. This is a great tour. There's not too much at risk. It is fun, and it does look like Team Mario has taken an early lead. We'll see once the sleepers take place. And I know myself, as busy day as I had yesterday, I didn't really do much to grinding. So, Team Luigi, don't give up. We still got a good climb ahead of us. But from that standpoint, if I take any of these things that are 3 and 2 up to 5, that's awesome. I'm very happy about that. Now, one of the things I did want to talk about when it comes to the pipe contents is whenever I'm looking at a pipe, I obviously look at some of these high ends and see also what comes in Spotlight versus just a typical high end. But I also look down here at the high ends that are available. As you can see, Dry Bowser, Metal Mario, Pink Gold Peach, Pauline, Peachette, Ice Mario have been in these pipes permanently for a long time. Pink Gold Peach might have been the last one really added to this arsenal. But you see also there Waluigi Bus Driver and Wario Cowboy. Typically when you see this, what it means is it would be in next week's pipes, traditionally as a spotlight. So when I look down here at carts, when I look down here at gliders, a couple things I wanted to point out to you because it helps you understand what's going to come in future pipes. So as I mentioned, spoiler alert, this is the banner for next week's 100 pipe, assuming that we have that content. One of the things that I looked at is that they had Wario Kappa and Waluigi Bus Driver, which I just showed you. But Platinum Taxi is in that list, Red Taxi is in that list, as well as also Bullet Bill Parachute. Now, if they continue to have this 9 high-end 100 pipe again, which isn't guaranteed, but if it is, there would also probably be likely another glider. Now, when I look at this picture, what's interesting is obviously you see there the Red Taxi, you see Bullet Bill right there, the Parachute, you see the Platinum Taxi, you see Badwagon, which is a permanent cart in the pipe. You also see the Banana Master, which is permanent in the pipe, and Cloud Glider, which is in the pipe permanently as well. So that doesn't, those all could be just kind of glimpses at what is also already in the 100 pipe. That doesn't really help us much there. Couple guesses, I don't know what it'll be. It could be one of the items that were also spotlighted this week, maybe like the safety glider. That's possible. My personal guess, 8-bit star. That little star that came out with Mario in the SNES tour. We've kind of had an 8-bit world, and I think that might be a little pleasant surprise. But purely a guess, if they keep that ratio, there is another cart or another glider that I'm not sure what that is. But I want you to think about this in, hey, do I pull from this 100 pipe? Do I pull from this 50 pipe? Do I pull from week 2's 100 pipe? Hopefully this helps you out. Hopefully this lets you know what's going on. One thing also I will point out when it comes to the contents in this pipe, the Butterfly Sunset has been removed. So, when it comes to what's permanently in the pipe, take it with a grain of salt. It's temporarily permanent in that it's permanent for this period of time. We've gotten a lot of access to the Butterfly Sunset, so I don't think anyone's too upset about that, but it's really important just to keep in the back of your mind as you're pulling on these pipes. But overall, just an awesome pipe. Again, some great high-end items. So the way that I'll be treating this pipe will be just like any of the 50 pipes. I'm prepared to pull 16 times. That's a lot. It's essentially draining the pipe twice. Or drain the pipe 1.5 times, which, as you know, with the 50 pipes, I like to drain twice. For these 100 pipes, that would be nearly impossible for me to be able to sustain. So, for me, I think 1.5 times goes well. What it does is it allows me to be able to reset a couple times. I'm not married to getting Builder Luigi, so I'm not afraid to reset if I've beaten the pipe. So my goal in this pipe is for me to beat this pipe, walk away with as many high ends per ruby as possible. And I feel like I have, some control in that and some not. If I get, 2 or 3 greens back to back, man, I'm already kind of pot committed, and I'd really have to see a couple double hits for me to want to reset. Now, the good thing about not wanting something is that I have options to reset whenever I want. If you are going for Builder Luigi with this number of rubies, I mean, you have to start thinking about when am I going to reset, just in case I have to drain, because I don't want to have to get more rubies and mess around with that at all. So my strategy is pretty simple. It's treating this like a 50 pipe, but it's a 100 pipe. I am only going in 1.5 times. Really, and I might even save a tempo. If I get Dozer Dasher to level 6, I might just stop before getting to that 16th pull. But with that being said, I'll jump right in and chat with you along the way. But one of the things, oh, that's right. So I do have a free pipe. One of the things that, one of the strategies, actually I heard from Gamer Amy, and this is kind of tough. I'll back up. Some people think that there's a glitch where if you reset 6 times before you pull it all, that increases your odds. I think that's hogwash. I think you have, and again, we don't know necessarily, so you can take my opinion with a grain of salt. But everything that I do is based off of statistics. It's based off of math. It's based off of leveraging the facts that I know. There are no facts involved with this resetting strategy. Just seriously, just some anecdotal evidence. Just experiences that people are having, very small sample sizes. So just take it with a grain of salt. And one of the things that Gamer Amy mentioned with her strategy is that if she pulls her single pulls, and I think if it's a normal at her very first pull, then there's kind of this thought that the pipe might be front loaded or back loaded or medium loaded. And if the first one is a normal, which I think she says if there's the first one's a normal, second one's a super, then continue pulling or then reset. And if it's a super and a super, then keep going. And the thought is that it could be that Nintendo actually has an algorithm where it kind of spits out all the items in the pipe from 1 to 100 based on front loading or back loading. Now, we don't know if this is a fact, and honestly, it probably falls into the same category as this random reset 6 times. But hey, you know what? If it seems to be working for her lately, and again, small sample size, maybe the last 2 or 3 100 pipes that she's done it. So, I kind of take it with a grain of salt myself, and there's no really statistic evidence, but it also kind of makes sense. If it is front loaded, you have a lot of normals on one side versus another. And with having 71 normals, that's a lot. So just for fun, it's a free pool. So what I'll do is, if this is a normal, I will reset and hope that it looks different. And if it's a super, I'm going to keep going. So, again, this is just for fun. If it works, just take it with a grain of salt. It's just a one sample experience. But I have noticed it seems like almost in every other where, some things are front loaded, sometimes they're back loaded, sometimes it's in every other. But again, it's anecdotal information. But just to have a free pull, might as well. Oh my gosh. All right, hey, so this might be a good day. Snow Skimmer. Okay, so that's 3 Snow Skimmers in the last 3 pulls, including just 2 free pulls. So 2 free. Man, all right. So please don't watch this and say, all right, well, I'm mad because I got a normal. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. And in fact, probably just unsubscribe, because that's not a fair way to look at this game. And I would hope that you would not see what I just did and rate it that way. I have really, 9% 9% chance is such a low percentage, but it can happen. And it actually probably more likely to happen with this pipe than other 100 pipes. But I don't want anyone to have a takeaway that is you should be depressed if you did not get a freebie there. That was crazy. I apologize because it was crazy. Okay, so I think I'm ready to go in, and we might just save the freebie test another day. Green pool. Yes, when it comes to this game and pulling on a pipe, it's one of my favorite things to do. It's not something that a lot of people get to do very often because it does take a lot of rubies, and as a whale, I can do that more often than others. At the same point in time, these videos are really to help people out with strategy, and the fact that I'm going to pull anyway, it's just nice to be able to experience that with you as well. And hopefully, my takeaway is if you learn one thing from one of my videos, that's I've won. So looking at the stacks of what's in a pipe and paying attention to what could come in next week, hopefully that's a strategy that helps you out. Hopefully that's a strategy that is a good takeaway, and you start kind of planning ahead for week 2 and understanding things like butterfly sunset, being pulled out after being permanently in the pipe. Okay, so this is my non-spotlight high-end glider. I already had it 6, great sale. I've loved using it. Hasn't been in the top 10, but an awesome glider. Obviously awesome looking, but it is coverage-wise, it's not the best yet. So in this pipe, I should be getting about 1 high end per pull. At that 9%, I've gotten 1 high end, so the pipe owes me. So I'm going to continue going in. At this point in time, I should have had technically 1.8 high ends, and I only had 1. So it's nice to see the first gold pipe outside of this freebie. After 2 green pipes, although one was fake, I'll take that part back. But it's nice to see that gold pipe. Come on, Luigi. Mario. I was really hoping for Luigi. I'm Team Luigi. We got Builder Mario. Cut him to 2. He's actually had some value. I've seen him go up in the value rankings. Again, definitely check out Tabor's spreadsheet. It's very helpful there. But since I'm not on Team Mario, part of me really wants to get Builder Luigi. Okay, safety glider to 3. We will take that. Gotta like that. All right, so at this point in time, I have 3 high ends. And at this point in time, I would have had 2.8. So, again, I'm not going for anything specific. I've gotten 2 spotlights here, which is nice. The spotlights are what I really want as compared to more great sales, as an example. So at this point in time, I have 3 high ends and 3 10 pulls. I have beaten the pipe. I would normally have 3 points or 2.8. Yeah. Hold on. No. 9%, 18%. Blanking here. 27. So I would have had 2.7, and I've gotten 3. So I am resetting, keeping it plain and simple, treating it like a 50 pipe, just more at risk. Because again, you could end up getting 2 green pulls to start, and here I am pulling a green pipe. It could be another 2 greens here. We'll see. As long as I get a fake, I don't care. Just gonna keep beating the pipe, beating the pipe. We don't get these 9 high-end pipes very often, but they seem a little bit more frequent. The LA Tour was one of, I think actually, I might take that back. The Peach Pipe was kind of similar. The LA Tour, I remember we were really excited for because we had the anniversary tour coming up, and we weren't sure if it was an anniversary light or an anniversary medium type of pipe. But I went into that pipe. I wanted funky at a high level. So I went into that, but we've seen it a couple times since, and so from that standpoint, where this might be kind of a year two thing going forward. I know I've talked to some content creators who have said, they've had a hard time getting excited about year two, and here we go. So safety glider to 3.5. I love the way it looks. It's obviously goes very well with the dozer dasher, so happy about that. But it's after one pull, the pipe owes me in this pipe 1.8. So if I get another, I'll reset. And if that's my only high end so far, I'm gonna keep going. Hopefully, pretty straightforward there. But yeah, certainly leave in the comments below how you feel about this Mario versus Luigi tour. I like that there are some prizes, but it's not life or death if you lose. All right, hey, look at that. Wildfire Flyer, one of the high-end carts that is not Spotlight. So there, I've gotten 2 in 2 pulls. The pipe would have owed me 1.8, so I'm resetting. I might get this safety. This safety ladder might be the spotlight of the day, for me at least. Really still hoping for that dozer. Even if I get it once, I'll be happy. Just ooh, Builder Mario. Team Mario seems to be in the lead in a couple different things, a couple different areas, including this pipe. But yeah, I mean he's a decent driver. He's got decent coverage already. Versus Builder Luigi might have coverage later. So that'll be helpful right off the bat. I mean, I think I've kind of mentioned this in other videos. You've probably heard it 100 times. Might be a spotlight of the day. For between 2 different gliders, you might just get 3 or 4 of the same glider. If you're pulling this many times, or for me, the driver of the day seems to be Builder Mario, and that's fine. I don't think that's a bad. I just think when I say that, what they might be doing is the odds per high end might be bumped or lowered per day. Again, I don't know. It's adult information here, so take it with a grain of salt. But at this point in time, I am resetting. I've gotten 1 high end off of a pull that would owe me 9%, which would be 0.9. So I'm going to go back in. So far, I've beaten the pipe a number of times. Whew. I've been liking getting these gold pipes from the get-go. But yeah, so don't think like I can only get Builder Mario. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they might skew it like 60-40, 40-60 on between a driver, 2 drivers that are available. Boom. All right. Dozer Dasher. Gotta love that. A reset is in my future. So, I think we'll see how this plays out. I'm not expecting another high end here. Oh my gosh. As I freaking said there. Okay. All right. I saw that star. I was like, oh, Builder Luigi or another Builder Mario. I'll take it for going right in. Okay. Well, 2 high ends there. Definitely resetting. I think what I like about these high odd pipes is versus some of the lower odds that I've been seeing lately is gives me less time to try to fill this space with chitter chatter, because look at this. So this is the non-spotlight high-end cart that I was mentioning could be a spotlight next week. And I feel pretty confident that it will be. It's a great cart. I'm trying to remember if it's either Mini Turbo Plus or Jump Boost Plus. So I'm a big fan of it. I believe, yeah. One of them might be dash panel, but either way, It's a great cart. 3.5. Interesting. It's going to keep me dangling there. I don't really want to pull on next week's pipe at all, but it is nice to know that it would be 3.5. One pull away from the 4. So man, all right, that was pretty good. It's nice to keep beating the pipe and resetting and still have plenty of rubies left because I'm not having to go too deep. Thank God. But even if I do go deep, I mean, you see me, I'm resetting after I beat it, so I'm beating it either way. Just nice to slaughter it versus just barely whimper over a 50% odds there. So resetting here, and it's been going pretty well so far. Gold pipe, gotta love that. Luigi. Team Luigi. Man, we hope we get a comeback. Not too afraid of it though. This is actually, I'm enjoying looking for the Luigi tokens. I think those are nice compared to even the green tokens we've seen. Metal Mario. You turd Ferguson. Man. I get so excited when I see that star and it's a dupe. Alright. So hey, I don't feel too bad now. To level 4. That's awesome. Definitely a pleasant surprise to see that safety glider in there. By the way, full transparency, whether it's that safety glider or why I like, and by the way, I'm resetting. I've gotten one, actually I got 2 in 10 pull, easy reset here. Hopefully that makes sense. But just full disclosure, one of the reasons I like the Dozer Dasher and the safety glider and even really the spider glider that came out here recently, and any item that's black and gold, is that I'm a diehard Steelers fan. So go Steelers, love the Steelers. I'm from that area originally, and if you grew up in that area, you're like an outcast if you like any other team. So I lived there till I was 12, just about 45 minutes northeast of Pittsburgh. Huge Steelers fan, and they are undefeated right now. Hopefully this video isn't jinxing them, but I absolutely love the Steelers. I love anything black and gold. As Wiz Khalifa said, black and yellow. So I love it. I'm a big fan. It's sentimental to me. And with that said, I think I spoke I think that black and yellow chime there might have done it there. Woo! Love it. Okay. So one more to getting it to 6. And honestly, if I get that to 6, I'm done. I'm walking away saving my rubies. I can promise you that. I said it here, so I can't take it back anyway. Alright, so easy reset here. Especially since I got my dozer, man. Trying to live out that, take things to 5, let the game take it to 6. Might even do a little black and yellow. Keep that chime going, see if I can keep going. Safety glider and dozer back and back. There's that gold pipe. Montimo. This is actually going to be a pretty long video. I don't even know if getting to my inventory would make sense for this video. Alright, Rainbow Star Shoot, 2 level 4. Love that. Oh, Snow Skimmer to 4. Love that. This is a good pull. Alright, 2 high ends there. Off of a 10 pull. I'm resetting. You know I am. I haven't had to go. Oh no, I'm not even gonna say it. I know if I say it, I'm gonna be jinxed. Let's just. I'm gonna keep going positive. I've been very happy with these pulls so far. Not had to to waste too many and have another gold here. Again, man, when seeing, it's so relieving having gold pipes coming from 100 pipe. It's just with those 9% odds. I mean, this to me, I've had decent luck, and mainly because I've just been focusing on beating the pipe. And so it looks even better odds than if you were to watch a full one of, say, Carlos's videos where he's just going for one item and just going to keep pulling until he gets it. So mine look better, but in reality, I mean, these pipes are what they are. You know, if you're going for something specific, you're just going to be burning a little bit more rubies. Nice to have this Wild Wing at 4.5. That's a cool card. Obviously, my Wild Black is one of my favorite. So to have that one, I haven't really had to use it very much. It's, I believe, a Stash Panel Plus. I think I could have used it for a couple other. I think I saw a lot of people using it because it was their highest for Calamari Desert 2, and I had Koopa King at 5. But I ended up doing much better than some of my friends that were level 6. I think I got 35,000 on Calamari Desert 2. So that was nice. Okay, so details. I think after chatting, I forgot what I got. That's that Wild Wing. So I've beaten the pipe, and I'm resetting. Pretty easy decision there. All right, so after this, I could have 3 more pulls. So it's nice to know kind of where I stand in relation to pipe of value, especially because I could be pulling green pipes going forward and just be 2 pot invested. That's one of the downsides of having 100 pipe, is that I have the ability to keep going deeper. And when I say I, like whales that have this many rubies to just go full in for stuff. But not everyone has, and I will reach this eventually here, as I'm not going to keep going into this pipe except for maybe week 2. Nice to see that Rainbow Star Shoot. It's a great glider. Mega Mushroom, not a big fan of that skill, but I like that. I like that better than, say, Banana or Green Shell or Horn, etc. I can go into depth on that as I reset here. Hope you understand why. But from my standpoint, it's arguable, right? So data miners have come out and said that they feel that gliders, items connected to them, don't increase the rate of what you pull. I don't know if I fully believe that. And I'm not questioning the data miners and their process of trying to figure that out. But I can tell, when I have Mega Mushroom and I'm in a certain place, I'm getting it more frequently. And so, here's the thing, right? So the downside of, say, Dragon Wings, even though it has so much coverage, is that with Green Shell, it's an item you don't really want as much as, say, in first place, you'd much rather have coins, right? You'd rather have a coin frenzy. You'd even rather have coins singular come from those item boxes versus a Green Shell. So it almost is kind of detrimental. Now here's the thing, you have a lot of things at level 6 like myself. You're just gonna have to do a couple more runs, which is fine. It actually helps you get, say, like a get a triple frenzy by being able to get that a double coin frenzy plus a green shell. Or especially if you're ticketing at the very beginning, getting a Green Shell, and that actually could be pretty beneficial. Whereas you get a green shell frenzy as your final frenzy, and you might be front running so far ahead that you don't get any hits, and it's kind of you get the frenzy actions, and that's about it. Okay, so green pipe there. I have 2 pulls left. I'm going to go back into this pipe since my last one was green. I'm hoping I don't get 2 greens here. So of course this could be totally happening to you. You might say, hey, I have enough for 10 pulls. I'm gonna go in. Studfit had so much success. just be wary. Again, it is 100 pipe, so although it's 9%, it's not 9% in a 50 pipe, where worst case scenario you drain it. That's not the case here. You don't really have that option. Now for me, I'll pull here, and that'll be great. I'm pretty actually. I'm perfectly fine with that because next week I'll get. There's one banner that specifically that I'm looking at that has Penguin Luigi and the new Kart. It's some kind of steel Kart. I don't believe it has great skill. I think it's Slipstream, but I'll probably get that, and so I might try to get a little further into this pipe to make sure that I beat it next week. But here I am using my final 45, and it is gold. We'll see if it's a single or double, and then this will conclude the pipe pull portion of this video. For anyone who wants to stick around, I will go through my inventory after all. I'm mainly just kind of showing you some of the things that I've leveled up. I've had people ask me here recently why you should do an inventory video. And I said, okay, I don't know. It seems like you guys enjoy it. I don't necessarily understand the value, but I'll do it. Builder Mario. 3 times for him, none for Builder Luigi. So again, this would be a good one to drain anyway for next week, just to get Builder Luigi. It'd be kind of fun to have. Not too worried if I don't. I'm not getting him in this pipe, that's for sure. Oh, actually, you know what? I could, because it's not a either or. It's not a Mario or a Luigi. But it doesn't look very likely. Okay. So I'll just know next week going in, I got 1 high end after 3 pulls. Pipe owes me. And I don't mind. I think it was, I'll just have to go in here. So hold tight for 1 second. Just for those who don't want to see spoilers, for next week's pipe packs, this is a good pack. I like this pack. I'm trying to remember if it's Clanky Kart or Clankety Kart, but I'm pretty sure this is the one that has Jump Boost Plus, or Mini Turbo Plus. Either way, Builder Toad's fine. It's nice to have 2 high ends though in a 90 pack. This one I definitely won't be getting, as you know. Metal Mario, he was my nemesis today. I got 2 of him, but he comes if you don't have him. Kind of surprised, but feel free to look into that pack. This is the pack I really want. This little submarine alongside Penguin Luigi. Very cool. I'm almost certain it has Slipstream though, so more of a collector. I might just get it once, just enough to go into that pipe. And then this one I'm not getting. A Team Luigi though, Dry Bowser. I've pulled Dry Bowser more than any other high end in this game. Many of you experienced that, but for what it's worth, that is those are going to be the packs for next week. I don't know how long they'll be doing this. 4 packs a week. That's 8 packs. That's a lot of packs. And former me would have said, "All right, let's." I'm gonna get all of them or something like that, but I'm not. That's not my thing. As you can see, I've toned things down. Not getting all the packs. All right, so inventory here. So these are my 6 favorite. Just being proud that I have them and what level I have them, etc. I kind of just did a little for aesthetic's sake, kind of keeping the shiny gold, glimmery, whether it's pink gold or regular gold on the bottom there. I just took King Boo gold to level 6, which was a big accomplishment for me. I had Dry Bones gold at double uncapped. Again, it's not double capped, it's double uncapped. I double uncapped my gold Dry Bones prior to this, mainly because he was the number 1 driver. But I decided to do it with Peach. I didn't have to do it with her because she's on Team Mario. But I was already planning to. I've gotten the cap tickets for the tier shop. I've gotten the driver, I think 2 out of the 3 times. So I was able to be blessed enough to double uncap her. Obviously, for me, Gold Dry Bowser was something I was proud in as well. Not a lot of people have him at level 6. He's awesome. Just his pure coverage, I think he's certainly in the 20s. But he doesn't have a one of the glorious gold, shiny boxes like everyone else here seems like has. But it is nice to have. If you're front running, it doesn't really matter anyway. I actually kind of like the bigger, bulkier drivers myself. Tend to like him, and he just looks pretty sweet. Now, some of his tracks have been taken away by King Boo. Some of like the Airship Fortress, but it is what it is. And then along the top, you see some of the typical coin box drivers that a lot of people have between, Vacation Peach, which is obviously our previous champion. I don't know if you can call her a reigning champion. I think she's been overseeded quite a lot since this summer when she hit her peak. But one of my favorite here on this list, Sunshine Mario. This was back when my shop was wide open. I was getting at least a ticket a day, sometimes 2 tickets a day. I just thought they were gonna flow forever, and then so I took him to 6 almost immediately. I think in that tour I took him from I think I had 4 going into the tour. The SNES tour was wonderful for me. I had 4 left going into that, and I think Tokyo was great too. And just took him right to I think level 5, and then by the end of the tour I took him to 6, and so that was a shining moment. Of course, I warned all my friends once my pipe was completely shut down the following tour. I think I only got 4 high-end tickets the entire between drivers, karts, and gliders. The whole tour. Warned all my friends. Theirs was still flowing. They were making the same mistakes I was and just throwing tickets around. And I wouldn't say mistakes. I mean, these are great investments. Don't get me wrong. But I think like for the LA tour as an example, I took a couple tickets to Funky. I didn't need to. I wish I would have had those 3 tickets back. So from that standpoint, my friends were, spending them the same way I was, or at least a lot of them were, and then all of a sudden got shut down. Now it went from shut down to slow down. Here recently, I've been getting 8, 9, 10 high-end tickets per tour, and that's probably what I'm expecting. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't even post anymore on the Discord what my daily selects are, because I'm just not getting too excited. I was so excited about them before. I would be like, look what I got. This is so exciting. Not as exciting anymore. So I'll jump right into the rest of the drivers. So obviously, as you know, the normals and supers are all maxed, all level 6. You can feel free to, if you are my friend, feel free to take a look at my my supers and normals at your own convenience. But here's where I am with the rest of the drivers. So you see some of the usual suspects there between Metal Mario, Peachette, Pauline at level 6. I never capped them. I didn't necessarily see the need to. My strategy was I'm going to uncap all the Coinbacks drivers, and then other ones that I have at level 6 and that I'm going to use, all things equal, to other 6 drivers. I did pretty well with Musician Mario. Peach Kimono did pretty well as well. As you saw with my Halloween video, I was very happy to see Rosa Halloween. But again, not going to be using her almost ever. You see Peach Vacation, Pink Gold Peach at level 6. Those are nice to have. And now we have these holiday items. Santa Mario, Daisy, Yoshi, that I'm sure I'll get. They'll probably be in the 50 pipe here coming up next month. But I do not have them, and that's definitely certainly a gap there. There are some gaps in my inventory, but some of these are just collector items anyway, so I'll get them and use them during the holidays, and then they'll go back on the shelf. Not too worried about that. However, the one I don't have here that I really, really need is Party Time Pauline. You know how I feel about her. Now, a lot of her value has been kind of nerfed a little bit in that a lot of her tracks, especially with level 3 and level 6 released, overlap with other Coinbacks drivers. So less of a need now, but it's nice one day to have her. High level overview here. It's nice to see some 3s and 4s here, but I mean, honestly, I may not use them. A lot of their tracks, I have Coinbacks drivers. I'm just not using them. So it's nice to have them. There's a couple collectors items that's nice to have. sometimes just to fill a stupid gap here in my inventory. Now, I recently going to Black Yoshi. I just recently invested in him for Team Luigi. That's been paying off pretty well. And I uncapped him last tour just because he had 2 tracks that were part of ranked, and I went all in on him using tickets that that were much more rare, but it is what it is. I did very well with this Daisy Fairy, which actually with this rally session, the drivers with hearts actually makes more sense sometimes. Maybe not. Maybe it's just more of a multiplayer nicety there. But for ranked with Mario versus Luigi, not a lot has changed. But you have teams that you actually can be safe if they lightning. So that part's nice. But kind of how rally is. But probably won't be using her. I made sure to do. There are a couple. Here's the thing, right? So when you have 100 pipe and you're like, oh man, I have to get Chef Mario, or I have to get King Bob-omb, or I have to get Nabbit, and then it just sits there at level 1 because you don't really put tickets on it. Now for you, it might be different because you don't have all these level 6s and stuff. But for me, one of my things that I learned probably about 1 or 2 months ago is, hey, if it doesn't have the skill that I really, really want, things like coin box, things like giant banana, and I'm not going to put tickets on it to take it up. I would even say Lucky 7 is one that I've been going for. But outside of that, if I'm not going to put tickets on a triple mushroom or something, I'm just going to let it go. And I've been okay with that. And that's why I've let this Toadette Explorer pass me by twice now. Haven't gone into those pipes to even get her. And I've been actually really proud of myself that I've been able to keep my distance and say, all right, you know what? I've just accepted the fact that I'm not going to have it because it's just going to sit here anyway. But, a Chef Mario or Halloween Mario I went for because they're Lucky 7. It's nice to know that I can put tickets on them and take them up, assuming that, especially with tier shop tickets coming out, and these token shop have now had some high-end tickets. So from that standpoint, if it is a skill you like, that's kind of the way I've been looking at it. Is don't feel bad if you don't have something, unless you know that you're going to 100% put tickets on it one day. Don't worry about it too much. It'll probably come back in another pipe. But as we're moving along, you see a couple collector's items there. I got really lucky with this SNES Mario to somehow get him at level 4. Here's that Halloween Mario that I mentioned before. Just got him, but right next to him there, that Peach Halloween. A pipe I said I'm not even going to go into that pipe because I'm not going to use her, and so it's not worth me putting my rubies into that. And so just kind of being a little bit more selective. Did the same with Peach Explorer. That Luigi, I'll probably drain that pipe next week. But I've done that with Bowser Jr., which that one I was kicking myself a little bit. He actually has some decent coverage. But actually now it's kind of he's been nerfed a little bit now that he has that overlap with King Boo Gold. But and then DK, he was that way where I kind of skipped out on him. Perfectly fine. But as we're looking at here, this Wario hiker, I really liked him, so it's nice to get him casually up to 4. As I mentioned, I put a lot of tickets into Funky. Took him to level 6. Kind of regret that a little bit. Dixie got her kind of along the way to trying to take my Funky up. By the way, I love working out. In fact, when I get done with this video, I'll start my workout here. That's Funky's the man. I just love the way Funky looks. I wish he had more value. He's probably one of my favorite drivers, just in the personal connection I have to just how awesome he looks. And of course he's lame awesome. He's not like awesome. He's just, because no one wears cutoff jean shorts, but cutoff jean shorts are kind of awesome for if you're a 300-pound or 3,000-pound gorilla, however much they weigh. That looks like he's a little swole. So anyway, just kind of fun little tidbit there. I did take him to 6. As you saw, I didn't uncap him because he's not as useful, but I love him. He's probably still gonna be one of my favorite. But you see there, we got got my gold shag at level 4 for the Maple Treeway Tour. Got Nabbit, got King Bob-omb. I'm actually kind of sad about King Bob-omb because he now isn't the only person with that skill. But if I ever get the chance to put tickets on Nabbit, I will. So there's my drivers. Next time, maybe I will go into karts, but I just kind of wanted to high level show you my inventory, at least for drivers. My karts and gliders are fun to talk about too, but it'll take way too long. This was a good video. Got a lot of high ends. Very, very happy there, and I'll probably drain the rest of this pipe, and not likely for a video. But good luck pulling. But always remember, you could be 310 pulls into this 100 pipe and not get what you want. So great odds, but take it with a grain of salt, as I always say. So good luck, and enjoy the rest of the Torio, and go Luigi.